I'm gonna do a new one for YouTube because it requires a new one for Facebook, and we are live in Facebook in a second.
Hi again, hopefully.
Hi again, joining us in the meantime, Grey Malion. I'm just going to go again. Start if that was the beginning.
No,
No, but that should be good now.
I think we're good. I think we're good and back, and probably less laggy right now. Yep. Sorry guys. Yeah, we were trying to see if someone else could host because I didn't want to be the one that hosting all the time, but apparently Spain. Oh, I don't. We don't know what's wrong with Jairo's
Yeah,
connection. There are some issues, but it's all good. We are here and everything works, and hopefully we can fix it because I don't want to be the host for all the time and eternity.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so we said some hello. Today we are going to talk about the event this weekend. Is there anything big going on this weekend? I don't know. Let's talk about it. I mean, I know. It is something big. Dialogue, we're going to read a little bit for your pleasure. We're going to talk about the next combat bots that are coming out next week, Sport and Aimless. You might have seen about and read about them in the newsletter. We're also going to talk about the abilities level 11. They were mentioned in the newsletter as well. We will show you some of them. There'll be some over news and some trivia at the end of the stream. Also, we will answer some questions. So we'll probably run with the program, but just drop your question in the chat. We'll write them down and answer them in some part of the show.
and we are just live in Facebook.
Ah, okay. Sorry, people on Facebook that missed something.
Yeah, we are
You
seeing
haven't
some
missed
highs.
anything though.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
introducing.
Just starting, but let's go to the event. I need
Oh
to
yeah.
tweak this. Sorry.
Let's talk about Maximal Security. So this is the long-awaited 5-star Omega Supreme and Overlord event, and we knew it was not going to be easy. Actually, it will be a challenge for many alliances, but we can see on the preview that the prices are also worth. We are talking about 1,500 5-star shards, 2,500 4-star shards. That's like a 4-star guaranteed, and 3,000 3-star shards. That with tons of spark, like 300,000 of a spark and combiner spark, and super XP per barrel. So you know you are gathering this sweet XP for your bots. And if you scroll up a bit, we'll see that all the rewards mentioned are up to 1 million. That means that if you are playing with your alliance and maybe you cannot reach the last part, at least reaching 1 million, you get like these tons of 5-star shards, guaranteed 4-star bot because you got the shards. And then if you are pursuing for the part, from 1 million to 3 millions, that it's a lot of points, you get actually more spark. You get some badges of a spark because wanted to encourage all the trip to reach the final reward. Yeah, we are seeing now as we reach to 1 million. That's the nice stuff. And when we go over 1 million, yeah, there are also rewards. I didn't want to put just 1 million and then 3 million and make it boring, but you can go and get some spark. That is always good. And if you scroll up to the top, to the 3 millions, you will see that you get the Omega Supreme rocket ship or Overlord Mega Jet. And yeah, that's the part you need to update a fully leveled 4-star of these Titans into a 5-star one.
Combiners.
Combiner, sorry.
But it's not technically a combiner either. So
yeah.
to upgrade your big bot into a most
something in between. Yeah, and that unlocks their ultimate ability and it improves their stats. Yeah, and that's the event. Super XP Alliance, 3 million. So I hope you have arranged your mates and you're ready to spend a challenging weekend.
If you haven't found an alliance, as a reminder, everyone can now join our Discord server. And in that server there are alliances actually actively recruiting for people that want to push it, so maybe it's a good opportunity for them to for this event specifically to have a look at what else is there, and if you want to actually try for it, to maybe find an alliance that actually is going for it and needs more people.
There's a lot of recruitment going on at the moment.
Yeah, it is grind. It is for sure something really grindy, but it is a 5-star combiner bot, which we have never done before, and we don't think that even if it's only a few people get it, it's gonna make something weird happen. Oh no, actually, it's fine. No, Fabian, can you stop your stream, your share?
Yeah.
We don't think that it's gonna make a difference for the balance because I guess if you already have a 4-star level 20 Omega Supreme, you're probably already kind of in a good position to win stuff. So it's not like the 5-star Omega Supreme will straight away just, easy mode. But yeah, as we go in the future, maybe it will become a bit easier. As you said, we'll be able to have it unlocked by 5-star shards too. But we do want like to be rare at this point. Yeah, people are asking for the alternate way to get the part. It's gonna cost like 5-star shards, and you'll be able to get it in maybe a couple of months. Don't know exactly when the timeline is gonna come.
Yeah, we have to let the benefit of this achieving it first.
So you could start saving the 5-star shards. You could also the 5-star shards. I don't know. No, we're not gonna do 5-star shards. I think for the anniversary event. I think it's gonna be
yeah, it will be something else likely because we are having a lot of shards this one. So.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I mean, they are getting a guaranteed 5-star. You don't need the shards in that case. That's advancing the anniversary event.
You're asking me if there's gonna be any plans for more 5-star combiners. No. I guess if we get to the point where we do another 5-star bots and we get to the point where one of the other combiners now have all the members in 5 stars, we will have to think if this is gonna actually make it a 5-star combiner. But I don't think it will be an event. I don't think we'll ever give in another event a 5-star combiner. People can join maybe in the future. Maybe it will be a bit cheaper to buy him, but I don't think we'll be able to run another event this grindy because a lot of people, the people that probably will keep spending or keep chasing that far, probably will already have it. So it's probably gonna be a boring event for everyone else.
Another question: what if you're missing the grappler arm? Can you still get the other part?
You can still get a part. I'm not sure. You probably, I mean, you can upgrade because you need to be level 20 to upgrade. So you won't be able. But I'm not sure if that will allow you to go to level 4. I'm not sure about that from the top of my head.
That's interesting.
But I'm pretty sure, like with the 4-star part is Sonic, so you should be able to save some in order to get that.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the part itself only allows you to progress. So I will test that just in case. But I think that's a very particular case also that you unlock directly the 5-star part.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if we were to do that a couple of years ago, you probably would have to. It would have been a leaderboard top 1 alliance event or something like that. Like 5-star combiner should be something special, especially for now. But we do allow alliances, whoever can actually get that far to get it. So it's a bit like a bit more lax than we actually would have done it like a couple of years ago. For the people asking if this is a 5-year anniversary 5-star gift, no, it's not. There will be a different 5-star gift for the 5-year anniversary, which is coming soon, but we will talk about this later in the stream.
Maybe in 10 years, when it's 15 years anniversary. Some people is speaking about Spark Bonanza for the anniversary event. I'm writing it down. Let's see what we can do with that. But yeah, the big reward really would be the 5-star bot. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we have a look at the dialogues?
We can do some dialogue. Yeah. Well, there are a few questions happening. We can take them afterwards.
Here we go. You heard right, Prime. Got someone who claims to be Maximal Elder for our future demanding an audience.
Demanding?
Want us to direct him to the nearest exit with a recommendation not to let the airlock door hit him on the aft?
Perhaps not, Sandstorm. If he is who and what he says he is, he merits hearing out.
Roger that. But we'll be watching his every move.
Do so, Springer. But no wrecking and ruling unless provoked. What's his Maximal's given name?
Would you believe? Prowl?
What? Give me a strength.
Ha, Optimus Prime. It is an honor to meet you, a bona fide living legend.
Greetings, Prowl.
Ah.
What brings you to, well, this era?
A grave crisis, Optimus Prime. One that affects not simply the here and now, but potentially our very future. The crisis got a name? Sorry, I'm just doing all the characters. Something I can get a target lock on. Dinobot. Or to be more precise, transmittal to Dinobot. The issue, though, is not the vessel, but the metaspark it carries. Such power, unleashed, would be a truly terrifying proposition.
I see. And what do you want of us? We are, as I'm sure you are aware, embroiled in an ongoing series of crises of our own.
Ultimately, access to reinforcements for my own time. Whatever space bridge capacity you currently possess, I need.
Or?
I fear the Predacon's Tripredacus console will itself seek to weaponize Dinobot's sparks of darkness.
And yeah.
Well, that's the story continuing. Will Dinobot explode? Will not.
Yeah, we're at the beginning of a new story arc. It's only like the second saga that we're developing the story with Simon Furman. So,
as you said, like this is we are deep into Beast Wars territory now, and we probably will stay like that as spoilers for a couple of months. But yeah, it is the year, or I think we're in the 25th year anniversary of Beast Wars, so it's a good opportunity to visit them. And of course, for the people that know, there's a new series coming up soon again, centering on Beast Wars characters. So I think it has to be done. So for the people that don't like Beast Wars, I'm afraid you're gonna have to stick with it. But we promise we're gonna have more G1 boards coming afterwards.
This is how it works in Earthworlds, like we move some bespoke characters in the game, and then we say like we promise some G1 just following up.
Yeah, that's why we did a few G1s before we started on this, so we just keep some parity for the people that do love G1. We do love G1, of course, and we have a lot of other characters gonna be coming up from a lot of people who request it, but it's nice to give some extra love to the Beast Wars for the time. Let's see if we have some questions. When are we getting the 5-star combat bots broken up in legacy crystals? Or if we are ever gonna get them?
Yeah, we will. Yeah, so far the plans are to see if we can implement that. We're working on that because now we have enough 5-star combat characters to divide them, I think, in 3 batches or 4. So it's something we are sorting out right now. It still takes like a few weeks, but yeah, it's probably that happens. There was also a question about the War for Cybertron skin cores. Yes, they are coming back soon also. As we mentioned the last stream, some people was reaching the max amount of them. So we wanted to implement more characters that have the skin based on the characters that appear also on the show in the second season. And that's almost ready and will be out soon. And once it's out, we'll implement them in the events again. There is also about the combat chips payouts. So the combat chip payout, the shards you get, it's small because you get directly a 5-star shard. So the calculations were how many 3-star shards from 2-star duplicates when we had them, or how many 4-star shards from 3-star duplicates, and how many 5-star shards from 4-star duplicates do you need to unlock a 5-star bot. We wanted to implement a direct mode for the chips, so you get directly the shards needed for a 5-star, and it's actually less that you need. So visually, it may appear that it's a lesser payout, but the thing is that it directly goes for a 5-star. What we wanted and what we are doing lately also, it's to have more like combat characters. Like we had the combat chip event, we'll have more of these. You have the daily free chips, and overall, we want to tackle this issue or this concern from players by having more combat chips in the game through events. Yeah, that's there's also asking why not the combat bots. Well, I just wanted to, because it's a mix between a power core and a character, right? It's not a character itself, so we wanted to do something different. You will get them from the 2-star, 3-star versions, from from the chips themselves, right? So we didn't see the need to add more, and we didn't have the space on the shop to add more, like unlock a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star of these chips, but we went straight to just the premium one, and then from duplicates you accumulate 5-star shards until you get to unlock a 5-star combat bot.
There's some requests for buffing combiners. The Predaking needs. That's the first time I've heard of that. Predaking needing a buff. Bruticus and Optimus Maximus probably will be getting some love in the future. I'm not so sure about the other ones. Like I think we buff some combiners and now we just need to visit all of them again. It's gonna be an endless cycle. I think like the ones that are actually quite weak, they'll probably get some love, but I'm pretty sure that Predaking and Volcanicus are pretty good at the moment. So no, they're not gonna be getting any love. Cool. Any other questions?
Yeah, there is some feedback about the 3 millions being too much on the event. Yes, it's too much. Not it's too much. I mean, it's hard. It's very hard because it's like right now it's the most powerful thing in the game, and that comes with an effort. But if you consider the event itself, all the rewards are on the 1 million mark. On the previous event, the 4-star part. Oh,
the screen went back again. I think you might need to stop and restart the stream. I don't know why that happens. Okay. As you said that it's a 5-star combiner. It will never have been easy to get. Like
and all the shards and the rewards are in the 1 million mark. While in the previous event it was on 1.5 million. So actually, if you consider it is a bit easier to get all the compensation rewards that are not compensation at all because they are pretty good. So yes, it's supposed to be hard, and yes, if you cannot reach 3 million, if you reach at least 1 million, you will get a lot of rewards, and that's what we intended to do with this event. Picking some questions. Can we get Golden Lagoon cores for combiners? Do you want to destroy the whole Earth?
No, I think Golden Lagoon, the ones we have already, are good as they are. I don't think we need any more love. any similar kind of like game-breaking course. Okay, what else do we have to show, Fabian?
We have to. I don't know. I keep on sharing my screen and then.
Because it breaks the half of the screen, like on the server, it's actually.
Really?
Yeah, if you see the stream, you will see next time.
We are showing Spoil Sport here right now. It's that little guy on the left, and it's also that weapon that Afterbreaker holds in his right hand. So that's the two combat bots that are coming out next week. I'm going to show the Decepticon Aimless. I can't remember why I touched it. There we go. That's him. He's here. So they are range combat bot. That means that you can equip them on gunners, but also on air class and all like the range special class. I'm going to show them quickly and read the description. They are still in playtest. They are mostly final. We're still discussing the amount of damage they deal, but we can already talk a little bit about what they actually do. I'm just going to get there. A lot of good combat bot on that account. Here we go. So every 5 seconds, you fire a plasma disc that deals damage equal to 96% of the bot's DPS and bounces onto up to 4 targets with a 20% reduction as far as it goes. So it is a gunner. It also has a variable range. That means like if you equip it on a gunner, it's gonna like shoot from far than if you equip it on an air class. But we can demonstrate it. Well, I don't remember which one it was. I think it's this one. It's equipped on Prowl here. And you can see it will shoot like a disc that will just like do some damage all the way to the missile launcher because it's going to bounce multiple times. And it does that every 5 seconds. So in between it's going to shoot normally like regular projectile. And then from time to time, it's just going to like shoot that disc that's just going to like go through the enemy base. So it is comparable a little bit to Top Heavy, which shoots in a line, but because it shoots disc, you can be assured that like all the projectiles are gonna at least hit something. Sometimes it's like with Top Heavy, which is like hit in a line and there was nothing behind. So if you compare percentage to percentage of the damage to Top Heavy, for example, it sounds like a little bit lower. That was something like the playtester said, but it's also because it shoots every 5 seconds, which is quite a lot compared to other combat bots.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's them. I'm just gonna leave them there.
Like there was a comment that's saying that what do you like? They're being handled by the bot. They are in the weapon equipped, but also next to them. And if we could change that, and the reason for that is like that because that's pretty much the only area that you can actually see them as bots in the game after you equip them. So we know that there's disparity where they are both equipped and both sitting next to the bot, but at least it's cool because you can actually see the characters.
Yeah, it's not really coherent, but yeah, we just like it's the place you can watch them, so that's why. Cool. So that was that. I'm just going to show the other one quickly again. So they will come out next week.
Yeah. Cool. And shall we continue with ability level 11?
We can.
Let's see if there's any questions. But
so ability level 11, Again, they are still in playtest. They're going to be released next week, so that's why we're still going to like show them a little bit this week. We have shared the details for like 5 of them. As a reminder, they always come as 10, and 10 will be released next week. But yeah, we've released some details on Hot Rod and Nemesis Prime, the Blessing of the Matrix and Power of Darkness, which is this ability that makes another bot invincible. Will now apply the same buff to themselves. So it's going to be applied twice to the bot you target and to yourself as Hot Rod and Nemesis Prime. There is a shield rush that was for Jumpstream and Scrapper that was like recently revamped. It's like this rushing ability where Jumpstream and Scrapper just like rush into the enemy and putting on them a shield that has 90% absorption. At ability level 11, it's actually going to block all damage. So you can send them in the front and they're going to be invincible for all the time that the shield is active. And it's quite a long time. It's like at least over 14 seconds. Sentius, Magnus, and Malus are going to have 20% ability damage additional on their ability. So it's quite straightforward. They're just going to do more damage in the same amount of time. Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus have this ability where they increase the damage of all the bots in your squad. And this damage will receive 10% more. So your bots are going to be even more powerful during that time. And finally, Streetwise and Cinetwin, we create a zone where the enemies are slower and your allies are faster. This increase and decrease in speed will be 20% higher. So we're going to demonstrate this. I'm not entirely sure how the battle are set up, so we might not have all the bots in one go. And we also reveal like the 5 next are going to be for Elita 1, Lugnut, Blot, and Rook, Afterbreaker, Flame War, Strafe and Thrust, and Impactor. But I'm not entirely sure we can reveal all of them. So yeah, so the first one will be Jumpstream. You'll see we can just like rush in there, and you'll see like
you're not staring.
happen again. Let me exit that battle because it doesn't make sense. I'll start again. Coming right up. So you'll see Elita in this battle, but I can't really show it to you at the moment because there's still a lot of discussion around the ability. So yeah, the first one I was saying is Jumpstream. I'm going to rush in there, and you see like during that time, no damage is dealt. So this is the invisibility I was telling you. That means like because the ability is also quite cheap, you just can move it around and just like keeping it alive that way. For Sentius, you'll see it's like really bigger damage. The ability itself, you're not going to see it here because it doesn't change much the way it looks, but it is more damage. Same thing with Inferno, which means like if you use Inferno in combination with Sentius, the damage are going to be like quite big. You can see how these buildings are being destroyed quite fast. And finally, if you use the speed on these two, you can see, yeah, so the defenses around are going to be slower, and the 2 bots here are getting a speed increase, which creates like a zone where literally your bots make more damage and the defense do less damage. So it's good to use when you have like all your bots in a squad and working together in a zone that is like quite packed. That's quite helpful, especially that the ability for Streetwise and Citizen is quite cheap. So it's a good support ability, and it became even better with that increase. Cool, I'm out. I'm going to show you the next one. Sorry, I cannot show Elita. We're thinking it's good. It's like so far it's more damage, but we're not entirely sure of the value, so I just don't want to overpromise here. Let's have a look at the other one. Who do we have here? So there are some guys that I don't really want to show here. I'm going to take them out though. Yeah, so what I was saying about Hot Rod, you can see if I apply the Blessing of the Matrix here to Afterbreaker, it's going to apply it also on Hot Rod. So now it's not really in the middle of defenses, but like if you apply it when you're more into the midst of the battle, it's also going to be invincible, such as Afterbreaker now. Talking about Afterbreaker, one of the complaints we heard about him is that it's really great because it just like spans a really big area and is great at spawning outposts. But because it's so flimsy, it tended to die really quick. So what we try to tackle with this, with the ability level 11, is giving him a reflective shield. So he's actually taking less damage while he's doing like these long rounds, but he's also reflecting some of the damage that were done by the defenses around his ring of fire to him, giving like more resistance and also giving more damage. Oops, I got a casualty here that I wanted to show while I was talking. I'm going to run the battle again. Strafe and Thrust, there are still some discussion around them, so I'm not going to show them either, but I'm going to show Impactor. So Impactor, the way it works is that you have this beam that you all know, and now he has the fusion bomb from, I forgot the name, included in the beam. That means like if the target is destroyed, there's going to be an explosion dealing damage around now. And because it usually destroys 2 to 3 targets per round, you can expect the explosion is going to go off like 2 or 3 times. Which makes him a good damage dealer.
Yeah.
Even more so that we had a 5-star recently and boosted a little bit the way he gets his buff while he is in his ability, because as a reminder, every time he gets hit, his damage gets raised. So if you deploy him in the in the middle of like a lot of defenses, and you have also the explosion with the ability level 11, you can deal like quite a lot of damage. So yeah, that's it. That's the ability level 11. I think we showcase a bit more than 5 this time around. Yeah, because we showcased Afterbreaker that we didn't talk about in the newsletter, and Impactor. So you saw these 2. There's still 3 that are like really much in playtest. We're still balancing them. So there'll be definitely more information about them next week in the newsletter, but also when we release the content next Thursday, you'll have this battle that I just demonstrate now, and you can try them out for yourself before you commit to spending the Spark and the Zen and Necron for the ability level 11.
Cool. There were some questions about ability level 11. They were asking like Hot Rod's ability 11. How does it work with his G1 core? They seem to almost be the same. You probably need a reminder of what's the G1 core.
Is it the speed thing? I think it's the speed thing.
Yeah, I think it's the one that actually speeds up, so it's not really the same if that's the case.
So the thing is, if you have, so the speed thing, I mean, it's the same effect. The G1 is like you apply the speed effect to yourself and the other bot. That means that if you have the G1 core equipped, but you're at level 10, you will apply the speed effects to both of you and only the invisibility to the other bot. And when you unlock the ability level 11, you're just going to apply the invisibility to yourself as well. So if you don't, I mean, you could work it that way. If you don't like the speed and you don't need the G1, you don't have to. You can just get the ability level 11 and you get the invincibility on both the boats, or the other way around. So that's how it works.
Okay. Let's see what other questions. Got the questions for abilities. It's a lot of complaints for Fire Drive. The usual.
There is also. Did you find something?
No, go for it, Hiro.
Yeah, something about the 4-star combats. There is a whole conversation about that coming up. I think it came up last stream also, the possibility to have like maybe a 4-star combat event now that they are older, and we were evaluating it. Sorry, and yeah, it could happen. So we know you get your 4-star bot every saga, so that makes you happy. But combats are way harder to get. But now that they are a bit older, also that we have more of them, we may be able to implement a 4-star combat event, and that will be coming up on the next weeks. We don't know when yet, but yeah, it's something we thought about and talked about, and it seems reasonable.
Um, they were saying for spoil sport, are the discs in a line hitting closest defense? Does it hit walls?
So for spoil sport, they're not hitting in the line, so they're hitting the closest defense. So that means that, you know, for if you had like, if you compare it to top heavy, for example, it would hit all the building in a line. Here, it would hit buildings. If they were not in a line in front of you, it would hit all of them because it would hit them wherever they are. But it hits walls. It still hits walls. We were talking about like having a different pattern where we could avoid the walls, but it's not there yet.
I don't think our technology that we had that bounces projectiles actually supports that. So
yeah, so it would take quite a bit of like engineering to change this. It's somewhere in the backlog. We're thinking about it, but we cannot promise it will ever happen.
yeah, I think I already had a look on because I was trying to fix Armada and Optimus Laser, but it was not easy. So I think I packed it at that point. But maybe in the future we can actually have another look. Out for Energon and Z Energon. Energon, if this will increase, I wouldn't increase the Energon ones. I think they're fine as long if you are actually on a level and you can actually keep raiding. I think they are where they are to be. You can still farm them, and if you have the extra building, the solar harvester, that actually helps a lot, speeding up even with your collect from your base. The Z Energon one, again, I think for the people that already have a lot of bots or like full amount of base, probably we will not be increasing it because we do think that where it is correct. It's on par with how much spark you need to get from wars. But we do want to help players that are still upgrading the base or they are earlier stages. We will be giving some Z Energon, but that will be only targeted of people that have not reach the end of their HQ17. So it will probably be kind of a catch-up mechanic, not an additional way for people that are already like, finish HQ17 and have a few bots upgraded to level 60 and above to get more Jet Energon. We probably will be targeting people that need help to catch up.
There are two questions on Hot Rod that I would like to answer because there were questions in the playtesting, so I guess a lot of players have these questions. The first one is how does it work if you use Hot Rod on Nemesis Prime solo? You apply the ability to yourself, and if you don't have another bot to apply it to, then it just wasted. You just apply it once because there's nowhere to go for the second one. So you can still run it solo, but having the ability level 11 is not going to change anything for your solo run with Hot Rod. Technically, it only works if you have another ally in the battle. And there was another one. Is it finally going to work on defense? So no, it's still blocked on defense. There was some question on playtest. Should we just like have it work on defense? Hot Rod and Nemesis Prime. The question is not answered yet. Came up today. We thought maybe we could have because we saw it was prevented to work then on defense back then because we were thinking like invincibility was a bit too strong for bot on defense, but there have been a lot of abilities that are very strong on defense have been released so far.
I mean, if it's doable, I wouldn't mind doing it. Like, to be honest, it won't make difference. Like, all the bots now have like 70% sealed. All the warriors are probably, I mean, not as bad, but like, yeah. I mean, it's not.
So it's
not worse.
Look,
it's not worse than having What's your what's your name? They
Chromia.
want Chromia in there and stun your whole squad for how many seconds?
Yeah, so yeah, the question is not answer is something that we're going to play test.
Yeah.
We'll put it on defense, we'll see how it feels, and if we feel it's okay, we might unlock that.
For more questions. Maybe we can start with trivia.
Yeah, we can do a trivia, and then while trying to get some more questions around.
Okay, so let me read the question number one. As every week, that trivia comes from Nathan Webb. Thank you, Nathan. And yeah, we'll have some news about Nathan also. But question one says, Spoil Sport was originally partnered with Sure Shot in the G1 line. But when Spoil Sport was released in Japan in 2018, who was he partnered with? So initially in the G1, he was with Sure Shot, but after a re-release in Japan, he was partnered with another bot. Do you know the name of that bot? Then write it down on the chat with your player name, alliance name, and HQ level so we can find you and send you a freebie.
Sure Shot. Never heard of him before.
Sure Shot. It rings a bell, really.
That's a question if we're ever going to support other languages outside English. I'm afraid I can't promise that. Where do you cut your, like you say, like I only support these 5 languages and I don't support the other 10 or whatever. People would take offense. I think for the people that I might be struggling, maybe they could, ask to speak with some agent that's actually maybe know that language, because we do have agents from around the country. But I don't, we cannot offer support for all languages or more languages than English, because it's just really hard to get. We already struggle, I guess, with the tickets, with having to split it on all agents. If we do like multi-language support, it's beyond our capabilities, I'm afraid.
Yep, that's very honest, but that's what is it.
Popov is asking if Blaster can be in the next batch for ability level 11. It won't be. I don't know, a bit of a spoiler here, but it's not going to be a big surprise. We're thinking of having another minion, another companion for him, and it will take some time to actually model them and put them into the game. So that's why he's probably not going to be in the next batch, but hopefully if we get around that in the following one.
I'm picking some winners. Let me see. YouTube. What we have in YouTube. Yeah.
People are asking, that's a good point, like, will it be their home alliance or the alliance that will be moving for the event? I guess it depends when we're going to be giving these rewards out. Because a lot of people are probably moving around this weekend. So if the rewards are giving now after the stream, potentially it will be the alliance that you're currently in, but I don't know the timeline for that.
Well, usually if you have a name that's not too common, we'll find you anyway.
Yeah. Or if you are paranoid, you can bring your name that's in the settings, because he has a husky, and that pretty much we can actually help find us if it's someone that's like Lazy Storm 677 or whatever. There's like how many thousand of them. It would be easier to track the player.
And again, if you don't have it by Monday next week, just write to the support.
Yeah, you write to the support. Yeah, if you change the alliance and we can't find you because of that, just write the support and we'll be able to send it.
Okay, we have 3 winners. For the first question, that was Spoilsport was originally partnered with SureShot, but then after a release in Japan, the new partner for him was Twin Twist. And we actually have 2 winners from Twitch because we don't have any from Facebook. And there are some veterans. So winner number 1 is Papibles. That's a Twin Twist. We all know Papibles, HQ17, Scorched Earth, and many other people say, why Papibles say it? So I think he is the winner for this question, but because he said it first. Then Invader Jims, also from Twitch, from Sukon Des, and he's Invader Jims in the game too. And from YouTube, we got Grew Pettigrew, whose name in game is Double Dealer, from Aim to Misbehave, and says Twin Twist. So we got 3 winners. Congratulations. You will be sent a freebie soon.
Cool. So the other one, really quickly, so you
Yeah.
can actually
So
say some.
Second question is, Hasbro has just announced a Battle Across Time 2 pack featuring Maximal Grimlock and Witch Autobot. So Hasbro has just announced a new pack of 2 bots, which is called Battle Across Time, and it's featuring Maximal Grimlock and Witch other Autobot.
Yeah, meanwhile, you are looking for the answer or trying to remember. This comes, as I mentioned, from Nathan Webb, and he has some new art he wanted to show us. I don't know if you have the image, Giannis. If not, I will share his Facebook as his.
Try to get it now. I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay. Anyways, I'm sharing the Facebook, and you can see his latest art and some amazing things he does.
Is that the comic?
Yeah, it's the comic one.
Okay. 1 sec. I get it.
I think I'm sharing this. Okay, so I'm sharing in the channel his Facebook site where you can visit it.
I put it on. So yeah, that's a cool art.
It is. It's pretty cool. So thank you, as usual, Nathan, for sharing with us your art and your knowledge, and that's pretty cool.
Cool. Okay, since we're about to don't have that much in this left on the stream, I guess we will move into some other news. So for the people that don't know, like the next stream is it's gonna be near our 5-year anniversary. So we'll do a bit of a special stream where we're gonna be talking about the event that's gonna come in that weekend, where people can actually win a 5-star bot, and we're probably gonna be revealing some new stuff coming into the game. I'm not gonna spoil what's that, but hopefully we will be able to show you the next thing that we're actually working on at the time and what that is. So please make sure you join us to find out what's coming in the game, because I'm pretty sure that you guys will be really excited about what's coming.
It's something that's been kind of requested for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be well received.
Yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of things. It's something big. We'll be working on it for I've been working for like a couple of months now. I've lost track how long it's been, but hopefully we'll be able to show you too in the next stream, and you can actually enjoy it. So stay tuned.
Some people are saying Prime's trailer.
Yeah,
Prime's trailer is finally coming.
Finally coming, finally in there.
So, So, picking the winners.
Have we not picked the winner, is it? Oh,
yeah, last one. Okay. So from Facebook, and because you missed the last one, I have picked two winners from Facebook. So
we have to give the answer first, no?
Oh yes, you can, please.
So Hasbro just announced a Battle Across Time 2-pack featuring Maximal, Grimlock, and Mirage.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of not a crossover, but from different timelines. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, winners. Facebook, Bijou Vargas. Congratulations. Facebook's Lefteris Kofas. Congratulations. From Twitch, Ultra Magnus 85. And from YouTube, Gap Still Dread 81. Who correctly answered Mirage.
Good. Congratulations, everyone.
People still guessing what's going to come up for the 5th anniversary, and I think we should do a bundle with paddles, make Optimus trailer, and a couple of My Little Ponies.
What if it's paddles with the trailer behind and in front some ponies carrying them?
It would be cool, for sure.
It would be horrible.
I just got the image in my head.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, so
cool.
A reminder: this weekend event, there is a chance to win a 5-star. I mean, it's not a chance. You can win a 5-star Omega Supreme if you actually push for the 3 million top reward, but also you can get a lot of 5-star shards by just playing the event, even if you can't get to the end of it. We also saw the new combat bots that will be coming out next week. We talked about the ability level 11.
Showcase 7 of them. The last 3 will be described in the next newsletter. Tune in for that.
And as I said, just join us in 2 weeks' time when we're gonna be having our 5-year anniversary event, and hopefully we can actually reveal something more about what's coming up in the game in soon. I'm not gonna promise when.
Yeah, but it will be something nice.
So
for sure.
People will have to wait 2 weeks time. It's fine. At least we didn't saw a trailer or something or a sneak peek. We're going that to me. Cool, awesome. Thanks guys for joining us, and hope we see you in 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
The weekend, and see you in 2 weeks.
Bye
Bye
everyone.
guys.
Bye.